Welcome to Not Advised, the fantasy football podcast not based on research. So if you lose, don't blame us, but if you win, we're definitely taking credit. And as you can tell, today we are in a new studio brought to us by Florida Insurance Agency, who happens to be sponsoring this episode. Thank you for the new studio. This is incredible. My name is Matt.
I'm CJ.
I'm Raymond.
And per some request from last week, people wanted to learn a little bit more about us. So we have a question from a listener today. Why did you decide to pursue the career you are in? I'll start us off. I'm currently almost 2 years into being a real estate agent now. I decided to do this for freedom, to be able to do stuff just like I'm doing right now, recording a podcast with my friends, as well as get rid of a paywall, right? I want to be able to earn as much income as possible, and only I can control that. CJ, what you got for us?
I am also in real estate, 2.5 years in. The big why for me is to buy my time back and do things that I want to do with my life and live life by design.
Currently fixing to start a coffee truck with my wife. Shout out her. She's done all the work for it. I'm just there to do whatever she tells me to do. Big why for that's just to keep her happy, honestly.
Right.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy
Absolutely.
wife, happy life.
Bob the Builder over there, he's putting we've been getting updates about the cabinets going in, and
Yeah, just a little bit of work there. They had the trailer custom made, but
Yeah.
hopefully this will allow me to quit my full-time job.
And what's the trailer called?
Pretty Little Latte. I did come up with a name. Fits her theme. Be on the lookout.
love it. Can't wait for it. Me and CJ will be one of the first people in line for it.
Absolutely.
All right, boys. Also, very highly requested that we put this in here. We got some college games to talk about. We'll have a little college segment going forward. Let's go ahead and start everything off with CJ's boys, Bama versus Vandy. Bama took it 30-14. CJ, how do you think your boys are stacking up against the rest of the top 25? Any worries?
Not anymore. After the week one blunder, I think they've gotten it together. Ty Simpson looks like a Heisman favorite. Ryan Williams is doing Ryan Williams things.
Boy,
The
he's
running
fast.
backs are solid. Defense looking good. I don't think I have any worries coming up in the next few games.
What about you, Raymond? Do you have any players from this game that you would keep an eye on for Dynasty and fantasy football?
He mentioned Ty Simpson. It just depends on how he finishes the rest of the year. He could be like a little Joe Burrow, sliding up the draft boards, really coming out of nowhere. Ryan Williams for sure. Diego Pavia, he looked pretty decent, I think. I don't know if it'll translate to the NFL, but he's like a Johnny Manziel.
He's just fun to watch, man.
He's got
Right.
an attitude. Love it.
Yeah. As far as Ty Simpson goes, though, you said he'd slide up draft boards. That's perfectly fine and everything like that. But do you think that his game's going to translate to the NFL well?
I think it would, yeah.
Yeah.
Prototypical quarterback. I think he'd be a better pro than he is college player, but he wasn't even the starter coming into the year.
Yeah. Any big takes from this game? From what I understand, this was kind of expected.
I wouldn't say that. I think the score looks a little bit worse than it was. Didn't have like a last minute score.
Yeah,
Like they fumbled and ran it in.
yeah, it definitely was a closer game coming into it, and Alabama pulled away in the second half. But the first half was a tough matchup.
If it wasn't in Tuscaloosa, they might not have won.
But overall, proud of your team.
Proud of the team.
Good deal.
Roll
Let's move on. Let's move on to Raymond's boys here. Miami against FSU, 28-22 in Miami's favor. Raymond, other than the win, what was your favorite part about this game?
The Knowles not being able to do anything. The score, it looks a lot worse than it
I was
is.
about to say 22 seems
No.
like they did something.
No, Miami should have won by 20 easily. They were up 27 to like 3, I think it was. Mario Cristobal just takes the foot off. He took his foot off the gas like he always does. Let them get back in the game. Florida State was holding all game. Never got called. There was 12 penalties called against Miami, but like 4 against Florida State. Makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Well, CJ, do you still have belief in that FSU quarterback? I know that you were talking him up for the first few weeks, talking about how he's the real deal and everything like that. Do you think he's going to be a good dynasty prospect?
I don't think so. I think he's fizzled out. They did well the first couple of weeks, but
He's a runner, isn't he? He
Yeah.
likes to run a lot.
Yeah. He was a new system, right? It looked good, but now that they're in the weeds, in the thick of it, I don't know if I'm a believer.
I will say Miami has one of the best defenses in the country right now, but all they were calling was trick plays.
Yeah.
At least the first like 3 quarters. So obviously they didn't feel comfortable about something.
Shout out Carson Beck though. My man's still got it. Everybody thought he transferred to Miami and lost his touch, but he's still got it.
Just like Ty Simpson, I think he's going to be a better NFL quarterback than college quarterback.
Okay.
He's a prototypical pocket passer.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. This next one that we'll get into is actually going to lead us into the next week's games to look forward to. Florida versus Texas, 29-21 Gators. CJ, what do you think about Arch? Do you think that he can develop, or do you think he's doomed?
I think he needs to stay in college. I think he needs to develop. He's got a lot of pressure on him just with the last name. And he's making bad decisions, and he's not living up to what we thought he was going to be. But I think by the end of it, he'll be okay. He's just growing pains, man.
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Right. Well, Raymond, are you impressed with the Gators with their win here, or are you more disappointed in Texas than you are with the win from the Gators?
Disappointed in Texas. Florida Gators defense, solid. They did pretty good against LSU and went to that game.
Yeah.
But Texas just has no offense around that quarterback. They are not comfortable. Like the play calling is pretty awful too. I will say that about Sark.
Yeah.
Especially during the Ohio State game, trying to run that QB sneak when they've had no success. They could have had a touchdown, could have won that game.
Any prospects out of this for dynasty purposes? Obviously, y'all know that I don't watch college a whole lot, but
yeah,
I already said when we went to watch the LSU Florida game that the running back for Florida seemed very good. Do you think that he's anything to look out for, or
I
just
think
more of a college
I think
system?
he's just a college system guy.
Yeah.
Florida does have a receiver. I can't think of his name. I think it's Wilson.
Yep.
Keep an eye out for him.
I also think DJ Lagway the next couple of years will also get it together.
Right.
He's a sophomore, so he's not eligible to come out this year. But talking about growing pains, that man's had a season. But I think he's going to turn it around.
I'm
and
more
I think they'll
confident
be
in him than I am Arch.
I hate that answer. Anyway, before we get into next week's games, Raymond, I think you had a question for me that you wanted to ask.
Trivia question. Can you name 7 players, wide receivers or running backs, that went to the University of Alabama?
Come on, brother, you got this in the bag. Easy.
Yeah, I probably can, but off the top of my head, I can only think of like 4. I think.
Spit them out. I'll help.
Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram. Technically, I don't know if y'all are going to count this, but I'm pretty sure Jahmyr Gibbs went there at one point.
I count it.
Yeah.
Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. I know there's more receivers. Oh, Devonta Smith. Dang, I only
There's a
need
guy on the
one more.
Dolphins.
One more.
Dolphins receiver.
Waddle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Waddle went to Alabama?
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't remember him
Okay.
being at Alabama.
That's good. We're
That was
teaching you
7.
college ball.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I was just going to limit it to 5 running backs, but I thought that might have been a little bit too hard.
5 running backs.
Yeah,
So
that'd
I had
take you
Derrick
out.
Henry, Mark Ingram. I said Gibbs, even though
I was going to
count
do it active too. But
yeah, because
that-
Gibbs didn't play. I don't think. Or if he did, he only played a little bit and then
Yeah,
transferred.
Doesn't count.
No, he transferred to Alabama from Georgia Tech.
And
Oh, but didn't he transfer again to
Nah.
somewhere else?
No, he came
No.
out of Alabama.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if I could name any other.
Gibbs, Jacobs, King, Henry.
Oh, I forgot about Jacobs
I
going
always
there.
do too. Starting for active running backs. I had a few more, but now I'm blanking.
I was about to say, no way you're asking me this question and you couldn't answer it.
a sleeper. He transferred out of Alabama, but Kamara was enrolled in Alabama.
Yeah, I was going to
Oh,
count
fact.
that yeah. Okay, he was another one that
He
I
was
I
in the
I
same
think I
backfield
heard
as
about
Mark
before.
Ingram
Yeah.
and Derrick Henry.
He had to go to
Yeah, he
Tennessee.
never
And
ended
Kenyon
up.
Drake.
That's who it was. I
Yeah.
thought Gibbs was the one that transferred to Tennessee. Kamara was the
Yeah.
one that transferred to Tennessee. Okay, that makes sense.
and rightfully so.
All right, next week we've got some big showdowns here. Red River rivalry is happening next week. Texas versus Oklahoma. What do you think about those games?
We just dogged on him, but don't sleep on Texas in this game. I mean,
Well,
it's
this is a game. This is a game you cannot look at the rest of the year.
Correct.
I lived in Austin for 4 years. The entire atmosphere changes for Red River rivalry.
It's a
week.
neutral site.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
going to be explosive.
it's so much fun.
If
you know
John
what I'm saying?
Mateer was playing, it wouldn't be a question.
Correct.
Oklahoma, but
He's not.
it's up in the air.
Yeah.
Texas defense can keep them in it. And
Yeah.
then they could end up winning it.
Then we have Bama against Missouri.
So 2 top-ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama's not great on the road.
I think it's Bama's going to roll by at least 10.
Roll Tide. Ohio State against Illinois, another big. Isn't this two top teams again?
Absolutely. But I think Ohio State, with money they have in that program,
It's
they're
not
not gonna
possible.
stop.
Different levels.
Gotcha. And Indiana versus Oregon.
That'll be interesting. Two of the top quarterback prospects going up against each other. That may be keep an eye on for Dynasty. Fernando Mendoza, and I forget his name every single time.
Yeah, the Oregon quarterback.
Oregon
Yeah, I
quarterback,
can't remember his
yes.
name either.
Dante Harris?
Well,
That sounds right.
Dante Moore. Dante
Moore.
Moore.
Dante Moore. Okay. Well, outside of that, before we move on to NFL, any people outside of the games we covered today that you think we should notate moving forward for dynasty purposes?
I would say John Mateer. He's not playing, so I count that. He should be arguably a top half of the pick in Dynasty, top 6 pick. He's got the running upside. Basically plays a lot like Justin Herbert, just a little less accurate.
Yeah, I also think the running back out of Notre Dame, he's going to be good in the right system. He should go high in Dynasty as well.
Okay.
There's a running back, I think Justice Haynes, too, for Michigan.
Yes.
He transferred from Alabama, and he's been going off all
Yeah,
year.
he's had a great year for Michigan.
Gotcha. All right, well, that's enough of college. Let's get on a recap of some NFL games here. Starting off, we had the 49ers against the Rams, 26-23. Mac Jones looked the part again, even though he admits Brock is still the starter. Kendrick Bourne went all the way off after everyone dropped him. Puka is still insane. Devontae Adams is still looking like he is in his prime. And surprise, surprise, we've had another week where the running back may have lost them the game with Kyron Williams fumbling. CJ, do you still think Mac should be the starter over Brock rest of season?
What have I said the last few weeks?
Yeah, it's
He
the
doesn't
Mac
even
train.
remember.
Yeah.
I love Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Brock started last week and he didn't look healthy. So I think, well, we'll see if Mac's healthy, but I think
He got beat up this game.
Yeah, you'd start Mac until Brock's 100%. He can carry the team if he needs to. I'm a huge Mac Jones fan.
I think he fits the system very well. Raymond, even with this loss, do you think the Rams could possibly go deep in the playoffs?
Absolutely. They should have beat the Eagles last year.
Yeah.
I think this was just a play call mistake by Sean McVay.
Yeah, and he admits that as well.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan is his boogeyman, whether he wants to admit it or not. Kyron did fumble on the goal line. That would have changed the game. But then also he had a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Where he just called run up the mid.
Yeah. It wasn't anything spectacular.
No.
Obviously, he was just putting a lot of trust in his team.
Sean McVay is a lot more creative than that.
Yeah,
He should have had a Dan Campbell fakes it out,
Right.
goes over the top.
And that Niners defense is ready for it.
and they're so good.
They have the best
right?
linebacker in the game.
Fred Warner is incredible. So, I mean, I think it was a phenomenal game, though. It was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. Kyron Williams, even with the fumble, I think outscored Christian McCaffrey in fantasy,
Yeah, he did.
which is wild. Both of them had insane games, though, so I can't say
It was a great game
Anything
to start
about
off the week.
it was. It really was. I don't want to spend too much on this one.
Sure.
So we're not really covering the game, but obviously you can see I'm repping our team because the Saints finally got a dub.
Shout out Rat. He outplayed Jackson Dart.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he can rattle off a few.
We can talk about the fantasy a little bit from this game. Shaheed went off.
Yeah.
Scatabo, outside of the fumble he had, still looks really good.
Do you see him blocking?
he pancakes like a 6'8", 280 defensive lineman.
Unbelievable. Dude's great for the game.
Nobody else could do that.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Did you
can do
see? Did you see the clips about Demario Davis talking about Cam
Yeah.
Scatabo? He said he's like an angry kid that you get during a camp.
I didn't see that.
It's too funny, bro.
Same size as well.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Alave is a target monster. Some questions I did have for you, Raymond. Do you think that Theo Johnson is legit? Should we be treating him as a top 10 tight end option?
Start him next week.
Start him next week.
Yep, against Philly.
I was about to say who they're facing.
I think they play Philly.
Oh,
on
it's
Thursday
Thursday.
night.
Yeah,
Yep.
Thursday
Yep.
night. I do remember
Yeah,
that
I
because I have a bet lined up for that. We'll talk about that a
I
little
think
bit
he's
later.
the go-to target for Jackson Dart at the moment. Wandale's not really.
It's safe.
Yeah, Wandale was getting 20 targets a game. Now it just fell off.
I still think he had like 9 this game.
he probably did.
They're just like I've seen
all
this
behind the
happen
line of
before.
scrimmage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has like 40 yards at the end of the game with 6 catches.
Yeah.
So it's nuts.
They just got to dial in their play call with Jackson Dart. They'll get it together, but I do agree that he's like a for sure start until Jackson Dart doesn't look for
Yeah.
him.
Rookie
sure.
quarterback in the red zones love tight ends.
Yep.
Right. And then I know what I think about this, but CJ, do you think it's a full-time split between Miller and Kamara now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's earned it.
For sure. I mean, he doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
Load management for Kamara.
Yep. Yeah. Make sure he doesn't get hurt.
I just heard something crazy, by the way. Of course, it's all speculation. Nobody actually thinks that this is going to happen.
Let me guess. Trading to the Chargers.
Trading to the Chargers.
I seen
Yes.
that too.
Mhm.
That would be interesting.
I didn't realize that
Trade who?
Omarion Hampton got
Kamara.
hurt. Kamara to the
Oh,
Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hampton's
didn't
on the
realize.
IR now.
Yeah, 4 weeks minimum with an ankle injury. I didn't know that until I saw that stupid freaking video of somebody suggesting
that would be a great fit.
Listen, I've said it time and time again. Hate me if you want as a Saints fan. I love Kamara so much that I want him to go to a good team and
Right.
win. I just want him to win. He's wasted his whole career with us.
Yeah.
And I think he's so good at the running back position. He deserves to go somewhere and have
I think
some
it'd be good
success.
for y'all to trade him, but at the same time, I don't think that makes sense for the Chargers. Their O-line is so depleted right now.
Yeah, they're hurt. Real hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to.
It wouldn't really
Carry
move
It's a
Yeah.
the
lateral move.
It
for
would
his
move the
career.
needle for him.
Well, not only that, but he's not really the same exact running back that Harbaugh likes to
Right.
use.
Correct.
So
He's not the big
Now
back.
send him to Kansas City.
Oh,
then
yeah.
you're talking.
I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I saw the talks about that, but it's not real talks. I don't
It's
think.
not going to happen. But you've seen what they did with Jared McKinnon a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
Man
All
was
right.
a monster.
Let's move over to the Colts against the Raiders. 40-6. Indy. Deputy Dimes took a day off last week, but he clocked back in this week. JT is a monster of a running back, and Genty looked good for a second week in a row. CJ, do you think Genty is a lock RB1 going forward?
Absolutely. I think they finally found the perfect play calls, when to run them. I think he's getting more comfortable as the year progresses, being in the scheme of the actual NFL, not playing against high school kids.
You can really tell he's comfortable because he's back to his college stance.
That's what I was fixing to say. He
Yep.
earned his stance back.
Yep.
They finally let him do that. Ever since then, he's been going off.
Yeah,
He really has been.
100%.
The last 2 weeks, he's been taking it out on defenses. Raymond, are you proud of Pittman for another 15-point week?
Absolutely.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Bro,
That's
he's
all he does.
consistent.
That's all he does.
He is very
15
consistent.
points. Yeah, but that's not mind blowing to me.
It's not.
Oh,
I got
This
a better
is,
start.
he's
Yes,
essentially a tight end at this
No,
point.
no, that's a great. From 4 weeks ago, what we thought that offense was going to be, he's having a great year.
Yeah, but I don't even think he's in the top 24 of receivers.
Brother, I was starting Calvin Ridley all year. I'd be ecstatic
Okay,
with
fair
the
enough.
15 points a week.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I finally dropped him this week, and he had a decent game too.
Right.
Just throwing
Okay.
that
You
out.
better not put in a waiver wire for him.
I'm not. You can have him.
Anybody? You got anything else to say about this? Trey Tucker looked a little good on the Raiders side of things.
I think that's just because Brock Bowers didn't play.
Yeah.
You
And I
know.
forgot about that, by the way. I'll bring it up a little bit later when we get into how we did this week. But I forgot to sit him in one league.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
But
It's okay.
But Trey Tucker is, I don't think he's as great as what we think he is and like what his stats show, but he can produce when Brock Bowers isn't in the game.
I think he's a poor man's Rashid Shaheed or Rashad Bateman.
Sure.
And I
like
think
that
Shaheed
Bateman
went off.
comparison.
So I like it too. Before we get to the last game here that we'll cover, shockers this week. Bills and the Eagles lost. They didn't lose
Let's
terribly. I know you like that a lot. They didn't lose terribly, but there are no undefeated teams left. What do you boys think about that?
I think that's kind of surprising. It's only week 5.
Week 5.
Yeah,
And all teams have lost.
Yeah, that's
Pop the champagne.
Yeah, I think
It's crazy. I
that's-
feel like normally it's not until like week 10, week 11
Right.
we start seeing something
Sometimes
like
it's
this.
just the load management.
Yeah.
and Those defensive schemes are so good now.
Yeah, I don't think there's like one standout team at the moment. Versus a couple of weeks ago, I was already ready to write the Super Bowl script. But shout out to the NFL, that's actually competitive.
Yeah. Like 49ers always seem to take one every other year from the Bills. And then the Denver defense is just too legit to go up against that Philadelphia offense, I feel like.
Right.
I will say, did you see Jalen running down there on that Hail Mary?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna catch the ricochet. You didn't see
Oh,
the
no, I
last
didn't
play?
see it.
He
Dude,
threw a
he threw
Hail
it up.
Mary and then sprinted. He was at the goal line by the time it hit the ground.
That's crazy.
He was about to catch his own pass.
Imagine they swatted it forward. He caught it for the touchdown.
That would have been gold. Also, you
I
would have
wish.
never gotten anyone to shut up about Jalen Hurts
I
being
would
the
have given
top
him his
quarterback.
flowers, but
Yeah.
he ain't getting them now.
That's still insane. The fact that he got down there that quick is crazy.
He moves a lot faster than he looks.
Yeah. All right, last one. We finally didn't have a doubleheader on Monday, and guess what? It was a good game. Chiefs versus
Hallelujah.
Jags. Jags squeaked out the win off the back of Trevor Lawrence. BTJ finally had a decent game. Kareem Hunt took over the red zone for the Chiefs, and Worthy had a lot of targets and a lot of receptions, just not a lot of yards. Raymond, is Kelsey back?
No. I think just Taylor Swift dropped the album. He had to do something. He had to knock on some wood or something they keep talking about.
Oh yeah. I've heard that song. I
Me
know
too.
exactly what
It's
they're talking
on
about.
repeat in my household.
Oh, I know. I know your wife, so I know that's always
Yeah.
on. CJ, what do you think about Trevor Lawrence after this performance?
I owe the Jags an apology. They were one of the divisions that are wrote off because of the Colts. Turns out they may actually be decent.
T-Law showed me something this week.
4-1. Yeah, he showed resilience.
Yeah.
He showed that
My
he could
man-
fight through it. Like that was. I think he actually did phenomenal this week. Even though, I mean, fantasy wise, he did phenomenal because of 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, his passing stats didn't look phenomenal.
That dot he threw on the sideline to BTJ for the last drive, insane.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
catch by Travis Hunter was insane, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I think I might have been walking.
He
the
jumped
dogs.
over like 2 defenders
Oh, yes. Oh,
while
wow.
getting his legs sweeped out from under him and snagged it.
I did see that.
ETN still eating in that offense.
Yeah, I don't think he did great in fantasy this week, but it
No.
was just because he didn't have a touchdown or
Yeah.
over 100 yards, but still getting the main workload, still looking good.
Yep. Yeah, I owe the Jags an apology. I think they're the truth. Also, those jerseys,
Top
they're-
10.
yeah, they're one of my favorites.
they were,
yeah,
they were pretty
they're
good.
probably one of my in my top 5 for favorite jerseys.
Throwbacks hit different.
Did y'all, obviously, y'all watched the game and you saw that I remember the text message I got from you as soon as it ended. What did I just watch? It's a little bit different language there, but did you see Trevor Lawrence's interview about that play?
No, talking about when he fell down, took a little nappy
Yes.
poo.
Yes.
No.
They asked him what he thought about or what was going through his head, and he said panic, just sheer panic.
I thought he hurt himself.
I thought he hurt himself. I thought he like
said
tore
he
an
got,
Achilles.
He said he got stepped on whenever he backed
and,
up.
Like the right guard stepped on his leg.
Right.
His foot.
And he said he was going to get up and just throw it out of bounds, but he couldn't find anybody near him, so he
Yeah.
just ran.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Incredible.
Tua could never.
Yeah. I mean, that's thinking on your feet, man.
It's
That's
clutch.
great.
Yeah. But also, I think the Chiefs defense gave up because I think they thought he was
Yeah.
down. Like I've watched the replay.
Yeah, they
and
missed a couple tackles on. They could have had him, but
Yeah. Kind of wild.
got lucky. He
what a-
got really lucky.
What a great birthday present for Trevor Lawrence.
Right. It was a crazy way to end the week as well. We had a great game to start the week, a great game to end the week. You always love to see that. All right, boys, let's move on to some fantasy talk. How did you boys do this week?
I went 1-4.
Oof.
1-1. I've only got 2 leagues I care about.
That's good. That's
Dynasty
good.
redraft.
I went 5-1 again this week.
Nice.
Jesus.
I lost in our main league though by 3 points. It was only 1 point, and I'm fairly positive I only lost because Brenton Strange went out in the fucking first quarter again. Sorry, very irritated. Everything it seems to
I
be.
don't blame you.
Everybody keeps getting hurt in the first quarter for me. Luckily, he didn't leave me hanging with just 0 points though. He at least caught a pass before he got
Yeah.
hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I got hit by the bye week this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my good players were on a
I
bye.
thought I was too. And in the one league that I forgot to start Brock Bowers in, I ended up winning by 4 points
Wow.
because I had Rico Dowdle,
Oh,
I had
let's talk about him for a minute.
Amika Egbuka,
Please don't.
I had Dak Prescott. Everybody on my team that was actually starting had like 30 points. It feels like it was crazy.
We haven't talked in the last couple of weeks, but Dak's playing at an MVP level.
Oh yeah, top 5 quarterback.
and
Yeah, the
he's-
last 2 weeks he's been insane.
And he's playing really well for fantasy.
I still have not moved him into my top 5 quarterbacks because I've seen it's just because of his past performances and failing in clutch moments. But these last 2 weeks, he's absolutely showed the part. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think I put him in top 5 either, but as for a fantasy prospect, he is top 5, isn't he?
I think so.
Just out of sheer
Oh,
He's gotta
necessity.
be.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
he's
he
top
has to
5.
though, because that defense is just giving up a bajillion
Oh, yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know why? Trayvon Diggs is the worst cornerback in the league.
I think that's the 4th time he's brought that up now on the podcast.
Shout out
So,
George Pickens, though.
George Pickens looking like a good replacement for CD. I will not lie. Also,
I
this
don't have a
week,
share of any of those two, by the way. I'm kind of upset. I've had Dak Prescott as my fantasy quarterback for the last 3 years and decided to move on this year. Fully regret it.
I totally understand because I think this is the first year I've had him, and I am having a good time.
Great quarterback.
He is putting up points, boy.
He did 2 years ago too, and then he got hurt last
Yeah.
year. So he just keeps balling.
Right. And this week we had a huge trade in Dynasty happen between me and my boy over here. Raymond tried to hop in and get something from it as well. But I traded Chris Olave and 2 first-round picks next year and a third-round pick next year for Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson. And boy, did I need it. Kyler Murray, even though that we didn't talk about this game, Jesus, I can't believe they lost that game, by
Oh
the
my
way.
God.
Second of all, Kyler
Fire
Murray,
everybody.
fantasy-wise, did great. Justin Jefferson also looks like a top 10, top 5 receiver again.
I immediately regretted trading him after Sunday's game. Immediately regretted it.
Do we want to vote on who had the better offer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
go ahead. Send it through. So but see,
For context,
because me and CJ have had this conversation already. If you look at it at face value, yes, Raymond had the better offer. But if you look at it from a standpoint of where CJ wants to take his team and how he wants to move forward, I do believe that my offer was better. But obviously, I traded Olave 2 firsts and a third. And Raymond's offer was
1 moment, I'm loading it. Here we go. Bill Krosky Merritt, Malik Neighbors, and a 26 first for Kyler Murray, Justin Jefferson, and Ollie Gordon.
And I do believe this trade looks a lot better now after this week of what Bill did. Because Bill, again, just like in week 1, took over the backfield, had over 100 yards and a touchdown. Also, does he keep doing that? Who knows? Because they seem to run away from him as soon as he does good. But in my opinion, solely, if you want to get good in Dynasty, you have to be bad for a few years.
Right.
You cannot stay middle of the pack. I think Malik Neighbors is good enough to keep someone middle of the pack, and especially if you add on Bill on top of that. I think at face value, you absolutely did have the better offer. But for Dynasty purposes, I think my offer was better.
I just like the unknown of the picks.
That's fair. I get that. You just hope one of those picks could turn into Malik Neighbors.
I don't think any of those picks are turning into a Justin Jefferson. So I just like the unknown of the picks.
but Malik Neighbors is basically a Justin
Absolutely.
Jefferson.
Malik Neighbors
We'll just
is good.
ignore that.
I'm really upset that he's hurt and we can't keep seeing him, but you
Right.
would have never offered that if he
Yeah.
wasn't hurt. So
Right. I wouldn't have needed him.
Yeah.
Right. I was just trying to do that to replace
To win now.
the points I'm missing out
Yeah.
on. I will say the playoffs in this league are going to be insane.
they're going to be absolutely crazy. I truly think it's just between me, you, and Yinzer Al-Gib.
Right.
I think those are the top 3 teams. I think he had like over 200 points this week.
He could have had more than that too.
It's insane.
It's just all going to just be luck,
Mhm.
basically. Just who goes off what week.
I'll just be watching from afar.
Hey,
At the bottom of the list.
That's how I was the past 3 years that we've
Yeah.
been in this league. So I can't say,
you
you
got to
know,
hit on your picks.
this is what Dynasty
Go
is
get
all about.
Jeremiah Love, Lamar Sellers.
I've got Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Cam Ward as my quarterbacks.
That don't matter. My starting quarterbacks are Sam Darnold and Danny Dimes. Waiver wire pickups.
True.
Fair.
This is true.
But I also-
It's all about how you move forward and manage your team.
I
So
also did make a big trade for Brock Purdy. Basically, just gave up a first round pick for him. Should be late. I'm not mad at it.
there you go. All right, cool. So we talked about top 5 running backs last week. We're going to do a little bit of the same. Can you boys guess the top 5 receivers of this fantasy season? And it has changed since me and you talked big time.
I know the first 2 confidently is Puka and Amon-Ra.
Yes.
Yeah? Can
Easy.
we all agree?
Okay. I don't have to agree. I know.
Okay.
So
I kinda
who's
peeked
number
earlier. I messed it up, but Igbuka.
3? Egbuka is number 3 after this past week.
I knew it. I loved that
He
man.
was he was not going into the week, but he jumped going after. Dude, I've seen so many things. He's the first receiver ever with 25 plus receptions and 5 touchdowns and over 400 yards in the first 5 games.
All he does is produce.
It's insane. So who do you think's number 4? This one should be a little bit more easy to answer.
Is it Garrett Wilson or is he number 5?
He's number 5.
Okay.
Garrett Wilson is number 5. He snuck in. I was surprised.
I don't know who could be number 4.
JSN.
JSN is number
JSN.
4.
Yeah,
yep.
that was my guess the
I'm
other
proud of you
night.
boys. You
Yeah.
got all of them this week.
Now, can I tell you who my
Well, I was going to ask y'all who
Ohio
you thought.
State's wide receiver.
Ohio
Yes.
State's clearly
Garrett
wide
Wilson,
receiver.
JSN.
And
Egbuka.
Egbuka. Was there anyone you thought was going to be in there come through week 5? Whether this be like just from your from the beginning of the season,
CD.
how you thought it would have gone. Well, CD's hurt, so
Yeah.
George Pickens is number 6, by the way. So CD, I think, easily would have been in the top 5 if he was still.
I had
healthy.
him as my wide receiver 1 this year. So
Yeah.
He was still looking good. So who do you think should be in there, or you thought were going to be in there?
I'm just shout out Mbuka. I'm just glad he's there, man. It's so exciting watching him.
it is.
I also think that JSN is in there, but I also think Devontae Adams should be in the top 10. I don't know if he is.
No, I think he actually. We had a big week for receivers this week, so I think he actually fell out. But I do think he's
He had
top
a bad
15.
game.
I think he's top. I think he is number 15 right now.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like if it's not Puka getting the attention like across the middle, I think Devontae is just like the main target in the red zone.
Yeah,
So Devontae's probably not going to produce a bunch of yards, but he's consistently getting done.
I still think he looks incredible. I mean, the man is still causing separation. He's still winning the 50-50 balls. No reason
Unstoppable.
to back out on him now.
It's just a bad year for it because all the injuries. You got Joe Burrow going down, so Jamar Chase
Right.
not doing anything.
No Justin Jefferson.
JJ McCarthy, Carson Wentz. I mean,
Yeah.
JJ
Right.
is still quarterback proof in my opinion. And
Yeah.
then Tyreek Hill. I don't think he'd been top 5, but
Yeah.
still got injured.
Yeah, I mean those two with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, clearly they're
CD
top 5
Lamb, too.
receivers and CD.
Of course.
Yeah, they're clearly top
And-
5 receivers.
And
but
I told somebody
not
who
through
actually
not through 5 weeks.
right. I told somebody who actually listens to this podcast. I told somebody this. She wanted to sit Jamar Chase because Jamar Chase has been doing so bad, and I told her, I was like, "Listen, you truly, if you want to, go for it, but you can't. Like he's a receiver. You just can't. He's quarterback proof. Even if he has bad games, you'd much rather see him with 5 points on your starting lineup than 33 points on your bench.
Yeah, you can't.
And that's
not bench
exactly
him.
what happened this week. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Start him rest of the season. Now they got Joe Flacco
Yeah,
coming
speaking
in.
of-
I was going to bring that up a little
Breaking
later.
news.
But yes, CJ called it. They were
Aye.
gonna. I mean, you didn't call the quarterback.
I just knew they
But-
were going to trade for one.
You knew they needed to, and they went and got a crafty veteran in Joe Flacco, and I think that's a huge upgrade.
I think it's a better bridge till Burrow comes back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They'll be able, not only that, but I feel like with how bad that division's doing, they'll be okay. I feel like they were waiting to see what was going to happen in the division, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Ravens keep losing.
Yeah, Steelers or who knows. But I mean, it's a competitive division, so I think Flacco bridges the gap till Burrow can come back.
Yeah. He'll sling it, make good decisions, not throw 3 interceptions a game like
Right.
Browning.
Right. So Raymond, did you have any thoughts on who should have or who you thought were going to be in the top 5 come here other than CeeDee Lamb?
It's just all injuries.
Right.
That kind of prevented somebody from being in the top 5. Other than that, I think it's pretty chalk.
Yeah. I unfortunately I do agree that who's in the top 5 does deserve to be in the top 5.
I mean, I won't say I predicted Egbuka to be in there.
yeah,
but
no way.
Right.
He also benefited from the injury bug with Godwin starting off on the IR, I think.
And now Mike Evans.
Now Mike Evans.
hmm But I just think at this point, going forward, I think he's going to be the focal point of the offense.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it is.
Even once Mike Evans comes back.
Now they don't have to force feed Mike Evans the ball to get 1,000 yards. So
Right.
I don't think he's hitting it this year.
I will say this: after that trade that we made, CJ, all 5 of my dynasty receivers are in the top 15.
Name them.
Justin Jefferson, Quentin Johnston, Amon Ra, JSN, and Roma Dunze.
It's kind of crazy how you have the NFC North wide receivers on lock. JJ, Amon Ra, Roma Dunze. Just something I noticed.
Yeah, I didn't mean
I
to
think
do
he's
that.
got a favorite division.
No,
I'm
Yeah.
kind of the same way with running backs.
I just like good receivers, and
They're in that division.
I've
they,
got
they all got
A-Chain,
one.
James Cook, Ramondre Stevenson. So I've got the same thing, just worse.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll move into something that's a little bit new to this. We're going to. We've had some requests to review lineups. So if you want your lineup reviewed by us idiots, send it in to us, and we will make that happen, whether it be through the comments or not. I am gonna. This one was sent over to us this weekend.
Raymond, we didn't share it with you, so I'll.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna go over it.
Okay.
First, we'll go over the name. I thought this name was pretty legit. Genty Neutron.
I love that.
Little
like
play
it.
on Jimmy Neutron. I like it a
I
lot.
wish I could have a brain blast.
So starting lineup this week, I actually gave this guy bad advice, which I mean I still don't think was bad advice.
Isn't
but
that the name of the podcast?
yeah,
Not advised.
Not advised.
Shouldn't listen.
Yeah,
Is it
shouldn't have asked me.
Is it
If-
redraft or dynasty?
I believe it's redraft. Yeah.
Redraft.
I'm out.
So Jackson Dart, Genty, Judkins, McMillan, Pickens, Tyler Warren, Derrick Henry, the Bills defense, and Brandon Aubrey is his starting lineup. What do we think about the starting lineup? We have bench stuff to go over, but we'll go over the starting lineup first.
Not a big fan of the quarterback, but
Well, there's a reason for that, and you'll see why
Okay.
whenever we get to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the quarterback, it's a solid lineup. I'd hope he won. I mean, obviously, now that we're filming this after Sunday,
I think he did
King-
win.
yeah,
I think he
King-
told us that he ended up winning,
I mean, the only crack in that is probably Derrick Henry. Now that we know,
which didn't do great, but he still scored a touchdown, saved his fantasy
Yeah.
day. He had like 9 points or whatever. But there's a big reason why I gave him bad advice, even though I don't know if anyone would have ever given this advice ever. I don't think a good fantasy football player would have given this advice. He has Keenan Allen, Rico Dowdle. I would have never said to start Rico Dowdle
Never.
over Derrick
Y-
Henry.
never.
I'm sorry, I just wouldn't do it.
I don't think anybody would either.
Yeah, Travis Etienne, RJ Harvey, Lamar Jackson, Sam Laporta, DK Metcalf, and Coker, who is on IR. Overall, I think this team is phenomenal. He's really top heavy on running backs outside of, it being a good spot for running back. I think you should trade for a receiver.
I would I'd sub out King and put in ETN this next week.
I don't play any leagues with a kicker, but Aubrey's like number one, ain't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know
Or
if he's number
Prater.
one, but he's
Yeah.
he's
I know
insane.
he's solid. so-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's insane. And obviously the Bills defense is the Bills defense, but it's hard to predict any defense.
I mean, I think that's a solid lineup. I mean, I think the lack of receivers for the depth is a little concerning, but
Yeah, that's why I think you should try to trade, especially because Dowdle might be the running back going forward. I don't know if it's just like a one-off game we'll see coming next week because I think Chubb is out for a little while, right?
He's day to day.
Yeah.
So he could be missing next week. He could come back. I don't know when
If
their
he
bye
comes
week
back
is.
next week, I think Dowdle might have to take a step back.
I don't think
But if
Dowdle's
they-
anything to write home about. I think just the
it's
Dolphins.
just a good game.
Dolphins defense is just atrocious.
Yeah, but I don't think any running backs had games like that this year against y'all.
Nobody's had a 200-yard game, obviously, but we just couldn't tackle. Like, that's all it was. I don't think he did anything spectacular. We just hit him, didn't wrap up, and he just kept running.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was just, again, one of those like new players you don't have a scheme for. You don't really know what he's going to do. I mean, I kind of hope it was exciting to watch, so I kind of hope
Yeah.
he's actually good, but we'll see. It's the Panthers. I don't trust it. Shout
I
out
can
BY.
see that. Shout out BY. I can see that. Sam Laporta did great this week. Unfortunate, he has two good tight ends, so you're probably going to 90% of the time miss the good one if
Yeah.
you're not starting both.
If you've got, you said he has 3 tight ends?
He's two. He has Sam Laporta and Tyler
Oh, I
Warren.
thought you meant he had 2 other ones.
No, he's just two good tight ends in general.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
start
trade
both
one of
of them.
those.
If you can package one of them with a running back for
Yeah.
a very good receiver, I
Do
would
it.
absolutely do it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of carrying 2 tight ends, just period. Like, bye week, I'm just picking one up off the waiver wire.
Yeah, there's plenty of them
Yeah.
available.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you want any help with any of your lineups going forward, send them in to us, comment them down below, and we'll see if we can help you out going forward. All right, boys, it's time. Let's get into the not advised bets of the week. CJ, start us off with college. What do you got?
Woo! Last week's bets did not go well because
None of us hit, by the way. None of our bets hit.
Florida
I
State.
mean, we were hitting a little bit there for a
No.
minute.
None of our
Oh,
podcast
the one-
bets hit.
Yeah,
y'all be listen, we'll get into it a little bit, but we have now figured out that we can bet on every drive. And
Oh,
boy,
buddy.
oh boy, our messages were going crazy this weekend.
Lost every dollar I had.
Yeah, because you get that adrenaline pumping, you just keep going, and then it dumps whenever you lose everything.
This week for our college bet, we're going Oregon for the spread at -7.5, Ohio State with the spread at 15.5, and the Texas Oklahoma game to be under 42.5 points.
I can see that.
Interesting. We'll see.
The Red River rivalry is always slow at the first half, and then second
Always.
half just comes out.
It's also
fiery.
always scorching hot, by the
Right.
way. I've been to it, and it's just not a fun time. Raymond, what have you cooked up this week?
college or NFL.
Either one. What have
Um,
you cooked up in
I've
general?
only really got NFL right now. Just for Thursday night mainly. Just a little two-legger. Jalen anytime. That's a lock. And then Eagles to be winning at half, or you can go first half under 22.5 points.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
you're feeling.
You think it'll be under 22.5 points?
Yeah.
For
So
the
is
half.
that just you thinking that the
So-
Giants won't score anything?
The rule of thumb is under 24.5 locks like 90% of the time.
Really?
22.5 is the highest it would go at the time. I just think the Eagles offense isn't that great.
Yeah, but I think that are the Giants that good on defense?
No,
to
but I
stop-
think they're just going to kind of just flow through
Their
the
D
game.
line's good.
So it kind of flows into what I'm going for this week, which is Saquon to score against his old team, obviously.
Yeah. I can see that.
Anytime.
Anytime, Tutty.
Revenge games.
Staying in that game, I have Jackson Dart not having a completion over 32.5 yards.
Ooh. I could see that. Wandale catches a lot behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I may have cheated and did a little bit of what has happened over the past couple weeks, and his longest pass so far has been 18 yards.
You got to look at projections. So,
Yeah, well,
or the history. I'm sorry, not projections.
it didn't. That as soon as I saw it, I was like, that feels like a lock to go under. And then I looked, and I was like, it is a lock to go under. Plus, he doesn't have the weapon.
Yeah. To
go
go, far.
that
yeah,
far.
Malik's out.
Yeah, so
The lines aren't out yet, but whatever Kamani Vidal line is, smash it.
do you
over.
think he's going to be the
Who?
top pick over Hassan?
Kamani Vidal?
Yeah, Kamani Vidal
Yeah,
is
okay.
Chargers running back.
Yeah,
Do you think he's going to be the starter over Hassan Haskins or whatever his name is?
I think so. But I also thought DeMarcado was going to be the starter over
Trey Benson.
Michael
Michael
Carter.
Carter.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But-
Michael Carter had a great week
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
week. By the
So
way,
I do tend to
We're
pick
not
the
done
wrong
with the
running
game.
back, but
Mhm.
I think
I mean, that line's got to be low for him, though. Whatever it comes out as, I'd smash that over.
they're playing Miami, so he's
Smash.
probably going to go for 200.
well, now I know to switch my waiver wire ad in another. It's not in our league, so y'all don't have to worry about it. But both of them were available in one league that I have Omarion Hampton in, so I need to.
Well, I would go Haskins if I were you. I always make the wrong choice. So
Okay, we'll see. And going off of mine as well, I usually do 3-leggers. I have Sutton to have more than 4.5 receptions. It's
Lock.
been a lock every single
week.
week except the week against Indianapolis where he only had 1 catch. So I just think Bo Nix has to lean on him.
He does.
So
that's all they got.
Yeah.
that's what I got.
Who
Do
are
y'all
they-
want to cook up a crazy bet right now? Maybe it's just for college. I'll pick something, even though I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Let's cook up a crazy bet right now.
I haven't looked at the college games this week. I'll be honest.
I'm using Hard Rock.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pulling up Hard Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, y'all got me on this godforsaken app. So now
I
I
have
just
some ready to go. For
I just waste
pro,
all of my
but
money.
You had one ready for NFL?
Yeah,
Well, we can pivot to NFL.
Oh yeah, we can pivot NFL.
it just won.
Okay.
Matthew Golden anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I think this is the breakout week. For him.
Okay, buddy. Do y'all want to do like a? Oh, by the way, can I just tell y'all, my friend hit a 24-leg parlay this weekend.
No shot.
I'd have
And
a
he
heart
turned
attack.
$15 into $1,281.
That's
he
it?
he lives up north. They were all safe
Oh,
lines,
okay.
but he lives up north, so he's able to do not FanDuel. What's it?
DraftKings.
DraftKings or it's one of them. FanDuel or DraftKings is one of them. And all he needed was going into Sunday night. He needed Josh Allen to rush for more than 15 yards.
I would have cashed out. I'm gonna be honest.
I would have cashed out too.
He said he almost did at one point, but it was such a lock. But luckily, he had me and another friend in there yelling at him like, "Do not cash out. This is the easiest."
I would have cashed out at 12, like 12 legs, honestly.
Yeah, no, he kept it out, and
That's
he
impressive.
ended up winning like $1,281 or something like that.
The problem with college is there's no player props.
Right.
So,
Well, I was gonna say we could do maybe 3, 4, 5. I want to actually let's change this. I want us all to pick one game from NFL, but I want you to pick the spice, kind of like your Jets over Dallas take last week.
But
I
not
want
that.
the spiciest take that you can give me that you think could possibly hit,
Just like a win?
even if it doesn't hit. Yeah. Let's figure this out real quick.
I will say I got one ready to go.
Go ahead.
Miami over the Chargers.
I was gonna say that one. Okay, I'll let you have it.
As the resident Fins fan, it's only
Well,
it's
then
only
if
right.
we're gonna do that, then I'm just gonna go with the Saints over New England.
I'm gonna go
I will.
Cardinals over Colts.
Cardinals over Colts.
Cardinals over Colts.
All right, listen, I said a spicy take, not an idiot take. What is
Cardinals,
that?
Cardinals over Colts.
That's crazy. I just said that Miami over the Chargers. Tua usually beats Herbert for whatever reason. I don't understand it.
Cardinals over Colts. Lock it in.
I don't.
Well, do
I
we
wanna
think?
lock that one?
Let me. Do we think that Joe Flacco is going to be starting this week?
Yes, 100%.
They said they're trying to get him ready to start, but I mean, he can't do any worse than Browning.
Yeah. Right. He's got plenty of time. They play Sunday, right?
Well, then let me do a
Yeah, they got plenty
spicier
of time.
take.
Sunday
The
at
Saints.
3:30.
Yeah, they got plenty of time. If Baker can fly
Baker
across,
did it in 2 days.
yeah,
Baker's a different breed.
Nah, I
He
mean,
is. He is. That saved his career. But I'll go with the Bengals over the Packers.
I could see that. Like, I mean, the Browns beat the Packers.
No shot.
You take that. You wouldn't take that, but you take the Cardinals.
Bro,
over
that
the
Bengals
Colts?
defense is
The Cardinals.
awful.
The Cardinals just lost to the worst team in football.
They had the worst loss ever in the NFL. That's why they're going to win. Dude, there's no way they're not embarrassed ready to play this next week. They had the worst loss I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot worse than that, but
No way.
No, that was
Not
that
against the
was
worst team. They lost against the worst team.
The worst.
Maybe
team.
not the worst team, but one of the worst teams.
I think
Who's worse?
The Jets.
I think Cam Ward's
Jets
starting-
aren't worse.
I think
The Jets
Cam
aren't
Ward's
worse.
starting to figure it out. So I don't hold
I
that
don't know.
against him.
I saw one good throw that entire game, which was the deep
Ridley.
ball down the middle to Ridley.
He's a dog. He's got that mentality.
I just listen. I
Dude,
want to
bro,
believe in
there's
Cam
no
Ward
way
right
the
now, but like
Cardinals-
Dylan Gabriel came out and looked better than what Cam Ward's looked like this entire year.
Brother, can you name 2 wide receivers on the Titans?
Yes.
Ayomar and Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
Psalms. Same.
Why would you do that? You know that I
Name
could
3.
do that. I couldn't do that.
Exactly.
Chig. See receiver.
I can't name 3 on the Browns.
Yes, you can.
No, I couldn't.
Isaiah-
Cedric Tillman,
Isaiah Bond. Yeah.
I don't know who Isaiah Bond is.
Alabama, Roll Tide.
Yeah,
and,
see, this is why I don't know.
and Texas.
Welcome.
Yeah, but he must not be good. So.
No, he's
He had some controversy.
yeah, he had some issues.
Oh,
He
okay.
should have been a first round pick, but
Yeah.
he had a lot of issues.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. I think Dylan Gabriel looked very good
He looked surprising.
compared to what we've seen from Cam Ward.
I've got a question. We've had a week to digest it. What do we think of Bad Bunny at the halftime show?
I'm fine with it.
I don't really care.
I'm cool with party music.
I,
So
I can't understand
that's pretty
what he's
much what it-
saying,
yeah.
but I'm not gonna hate on it.
yeah, I think people are going to be mad just because they can't understand.
I seen Taylor Swift said she did not want to do it.
Yeah, well, I see that. I hated how people thought Taylor Swift was going to do it. I could have swore she already said she's not going to do it while Travis is still playing.
Yeah, she says she's too locked into the games or something like that.
Right.
She was on Jimmy Kimmel or something last night.
Yeah, she's got it's not a win for her. She can't get anything out of it. She's already got everything out of the NFL. She's got
And
no reason.
Well,
to do
I
it.
also saw something crazy that the NFL said that they wouldn't benefit in any way if Taylor Swift did the halftime show, and I was like, BS, brother.
100%.
Like
I
you've
would've already
already
been-
benefited from her just being in the stands.
I would have been in that stadium.
Well,
because Kirsten would have bought the
No,
tickets
yeah,
for
your
me.
wife would have made
I
you.
think they say that because I think Taylor said that she's not going to do it for free because
they wouldn't pay her.
yeah.
You
and-
know what?
Or
Well,
let
uh,
her own the rights to the production or
correct.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they would be losing. They wouldn't benefit from it as like a monetary standpoint
Oh, okay,
from
I
the
get you, I
artist.
get
No,
you, I
those
get you.
tickets would have tripled in
Yeah,
price.
they would benefit from it as like the business, but not as like the monetary
It
aspect.
would have
of
been 10% football fans in that stadium.
Yeah.
90% teenage girls.
for sure.
Yes, yeah, I can
And my
see
wife.
that.
Nah.
I could totally see that. All right, boys. Let's hear a bold prediction this week, and neither one of you are allowed to say Michael Pittman. I
Okay.
need something that's legit. Give me something that should go crazy here.
I hinted to mine earlier. Matthew Golden breakout game. I think after the bye week, they're going to finally get on the same page, get a touchdown.
Just one touchdown. That's
Just-
my bold. That's our bold prediction is one touchdown.
He's going to have a breakout
Brother, he could
game.
trip into the end zone.
I know.
What's a
but
breakout game?
25 points.
Oh, see, now that's something I like.
I'm taking T. Higgins, 2 touchdowns.
Two?
What? Whoa! You think he's going to be used more than Chase, huh?
Probably not, but I
mean-
think he's going to at least snag 2 tutties.
Joe Flacco just throw it up to him and he'll
Yeah.
go get it.
Wow, we're staying in the same game there. That's crazy. I like it.
Are we?
Mine's
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Mine.
F
Yeah,
you.
because remember I took the Bengals over the Packers for my spicy bet of the week. So why not, right?
I think part of it's going to be the Bengals are going to be able to keep up with the points scored. So that's why Matthew Golden's going
Totally. I could see that. Mine's actually staying in a game of its own, not y'all's game. I think Rico Dowdle and Javonte Williams will combine for over 55 points this week.
revenge game for Rico.
I think that they're going to go crazy. So
That is pretty impressive.
that means both of them got to get at least 27 and a half points or something like that.
I mean, Javonte will get that on touchdowns alone.
Oh, yeah.
That boy is
He's sneaky.
That boy is killing it. He had
Yeah.
like 32 points this week.
He's sneaky good.
You lucked out with your running backs in Dynasty.
Well, I didn't luck out necessarily.
Well, no.
Well,
I'm
you've had
I'm
him long
actually the
term.
least lucky now because
Yeah,
Omarion Hampton's out.
that's
So
true.
now I'm
Hey,
stuck with
I got
Travion Henderson, who
But Gibson-
doesn't get to touch the ball,
Gibson
by the
tore
way.
his ACL, so they'll probably sign James White.
Yeah, brother. They're literally doing everything possible to not play Travion Henderson. It is the most egregious thing I've ever seen in my
No,
life.
I've never seen anything like it. Bro,
dude,
it's crazy.
Ramondre
Has
Stevenson
like 6
fumbles
fumbles.
14
Yeah.
fucking times. Gibson fumbles. Travion Henderson
And
doesn't
then they
even
put
get a
Ramondre
snap.
back in there.
It's insane. I don't get it.
I think he's just not.
It's
Not good in pass protection at the moment. That's what I keep hearing.
I don't care, brother. Look at what he did at Ohio State. Just give him the ball.
Just
Yeah.
hey, touch.
First down.
If you don't want him in for pass protection,
Take him out.
him out while you pass the ball.
Yeah.
Put him in to run the ball.
Vrabel doesn't trust rookies, apparently.
Well, Vrabel is an idiot because he's
They're winning.
trusting somebody who keeps losing the football.
They're winning.
Yeah, but you can only get lucky so many times before these fumbles bite you in your ass.
I'll keep it. I got Ramondre in Dynasty. Nobody will offer me anything for him. I'll just keep running it.
Well, it's not like he scores a lot of points. He only gets one good game like every 7 weeks.
Just like
He
10
gets a
points a week.
touchdown. Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
No shot. I don't believe you.
Yeah,
Pull
you're
it
an
up.
idiot.
Let's see if
Pull
I
it
can
up.
get it loaded in here.
I don't believe him.
Well, any yards that he gains, the fumble
Takes away from it.
takes away from it. So he scores a touchdown. So he ends up with like 7 to 10 points.
I don't got good reception in here.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to pull up either earlier.
God, y'all suck.
Oh, here we go. He had 14 points this week.
Told you.
He is currently
Running back 26.
30.
Yo, that was crazy. That was a crazy pull, though. I would have been really impressed.
All right. He had 4, 21, 4, 5, and 14.
You see what I'm saying? He doesn't score 10 points a week, you idiots.
His fantasy points a game and PPR are 10.06.
Told you. Stupid.
No.
It's because they average out.
Yeah, but he doesn't score 10 points a game. That's what I'm saying.
He averages it.
Average is not scoring per game. That's not what an average is.
I've seen 10 points a game. I mean, that's,
He averages 10 points a game over a whole season, but he doesn't score 10 points a game.
that man had 21 points week 2, not even a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know who he was playing?
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, I did.
So he's going to
remember
have
that.
62 points.
He had 5 catches.
That's
Oh,
insane.
I don't understand why they're not using Travion to catch the ball. I mean,
That's Ramondre's specialty.
I guess, but did you
That doesn't make any
see-
sense to me.
Did you see him at Ohio State?
I mean, I did. But
Yeah.
we're not seeing
Whatever.
something in practice, apparently.
I'm not the head coach.
They just beat the Bills.
They just beat the Bills.
Something a lot of teams can't do.
This is true. All right. Again, this is not advised. The fantasy football podcast based off of vibes and opinions. So if you stay winning off this nonsense we are spitting, we want to split in.